You'll notice now that I've actually included the title bar across the top here so that you can see that the document you have open or the document you're creating, you can see the path to that document. So for example, if I go back to cogs, notice the path up the top here, which lets me know where I have got that file from is being displayed, which is really quite handy. If I go ahead and create a new document by using the new icon, so I'll click. The nice thing about CorelDraw X5 is you have the ability to set all of the parameters for your document before you move on, rather than having to do that later, etc. Well, I'm going to leave that as the default untitled one. I'll show you why in a moment, and click OK. I'm going to go ahead and create another one. And this time I'll call that Test 1. Test 1, click OK, and one more. I'm going to call that, I'll leave that as Untitled 2, and I'll show you why. Alright, so here's all of the open documents we have, and presently we're looking at Untitled 2. If I go ahead and I simply close Untitled 2 down, and you'll see that's what it's called up there, it doesn't have a path because we've not saved it anywhere. If I close that, well, of course nothing happened. Automatically we move on to the next document. Why? Well, because no change was made to that document, therefore you are not automatically asked to save it. However, let's make some change to this one. If I, for example, change the page size, you'll notice right now I have an A4 page by default and I work in millimeters by default. However, if I go to a letter, automatically I change to inches. But the point is, I've made a change to the document. So if I now close, click close, I'm asked to save. So I'll say yes and navigate back to the same path we've been working with, and I'm going to call it Test 1. You can see that I've already been practicing and I've done this before. So I'll save that as Test 1. Now automatically it disappears because I closed it down, remember? So now I've got Untitled 1, cogs, and of course our working file. Well, I'm going to close Untitled 1 down, and again nothing will happen. But this time I'm going to go ahead and open up that document I just created. Click Open, and well, there's Test 1 and Test 2 that I was playing with earlier. I can actually select that file and hold my finger on the Shift key and select that file as well. Or if I had a list of files and I only wanted particular ones in the list, use Control. Click Open. Now both of those files have opened, as you can see. So I'll simply use my Control tab and I can navigate through my opened files. So what I'd like for you to do is to go ahead, create some new files, change one of them, save that file, open them up, move through them, and then we'll move on to our next lesson.